off. Today is day 100. No, we are so far from day 100. Today is 339. That's better. That's more accurate. Day 339, and we are continuing on with project number 8, Simple Calculator. We have our example project that we are trying to emulate. This is ideally what we're shooting for. Your everyday calculator. Here is where we're currently at. Okay, good. We're pasting. Nice. Okay. So we have set up, you know what, let's also open the developer window. Now, for today, what were we hoping to achieve? We were hoping to achieve the following. You know what, let's also do a once over. I know it's just a calculator, but let's read through the instructions once more. Now that we're kind of set with our base, we do have some minor tweaking as far as positional stuff goes, but we can really start to focus on the JavaScript tonight. At least I think we will. We'll see what happens. First things first. Story time. Instructions yet again. Simple calculator. Create a calculator that allows for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Specifications. Your calculator should allow the user to click buttons to enter a number followed by a function. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. After selecting a function, the user should be able to enter another number followed by another function or the equals button. The user should be able to continue entering numbers followed by functions any number of times. After each function, the calculated result should be displayed. Create extra credit, create an AC/C button, all clear/clear, which clears the currently displayed number on the first click and clears the entire calculator memory on the second click. AC stands for all clear, which clears all the numbers previously entered, and C stands for clear, which will only clear the most recently entered number. See if you can handle keyboard events to allow the user to enter numbers and functions plus, minus, divide, multiply, and equals in the calculator from the keyboard. Also handle the enter key the same as you would the equal sign. Example, we've got that set up, and as always, don't look at the source code. So, here we go. Continuing on, clear. 1 plus 2 equals 3 times 4 equals 12 minus 5 equals divided by 6. Fantastic. Awesome. Clear. So everything works quite well, as it should for the example. But here is our code. Slightly comical, but it's a work in progress. So, we want to have the following. Well, we want each div to be a button, don't we? Doesn't that mean we need to style the button, or the div functions as a button? I don't have a firm grasp on buttons. I should, but I don't. This is very buttony. And so is that. All of these are. But ours are just divs, which isn't necessarily terrible. Let me check one of the other. What did I do for random user generator? File, open. I don't even remember what I did. Let's find out together. HTML. Documents. You know what, let's open all the stuff. Oh, okay, don't mind me. Sorry, I just had a little mini panic attack. I know I was rifling through files yesterday, for yesterday's stream, reliving the glory days of this year-long journey. Or 330 plus day journey so far at this point. And I noticed one of the files only had two files instead of three. It only had CSS and HTML. So I thought I accidentally deleted the JavaScript file for one of them. However, what I was looking at is the last project, Quest for the Holy Grail, and we didn't have a JavaScript file, and technically we actually did delete the JavaScript file that we created for it because we didn't need it. That so far is our only project out of these 10 where we haven't needed any JavaScript at all. But that's all little mini heart attack, nothing out of the ordinary. Continuing on though, we were looking for random user generator. And I want to compare, you know what, really I want to look at all three. What did I have for all three of these? Let's move calculator over to the front side. And random user generator, HTML, CSS, and that. So I'm curious about my divs versus buttons. See the hand? It turns into a hand, which makes me think it's a button. I don't know if it just knows to look for a click event and if it converts to a hand, or if it's because it's a button, if that's why the mouse cursor goes from an arrow to a hand. I'm not sure if that's like a subtle tell to see what's happening, because not all clickable items change the mouse cursor for the elements. Hey, Topher, how you doing? Good evening to you, sir. Hopefully your day went well. Hopefully your night is going equally as good. We are just pondering life and what it means to be a programmer. What was I looking at? Ah, right. I was trying to compare and see how I ended up setting up the buttons for random user generator. I've got 4 buttons down here, but those are styled buttons, which I think is what is happening over here, and I should probably do the same damn thing. Classes, image, button, ID, type, and name with the text. And then for CSS, we have buttons, flex, justify content centered, which we could have done space around now in hindsight that I think of it. Spacing issues, right and left. Yeah, we definitely could have just done space around. I think we're running into some dynamic spacing issues with that, though. There must have been a reason why we went this route for the buttons comparatively. And then for the buttons themselves, function click event, if things get clicked, button, capital button, there's that. And we had it set up get element by ID, buttons, buttons event listener, handle click, and it runs the handle click function. It equals button. See, now that's my quote. Oh, right. There was some issue, anomaly, protocol. I think it has to do with the... God, I totally forget, but there's somewhere in whatever it reads that button needs to be capitalized here. That's a separate issue. Everything else is kosher. This is kind of an oddball thing where that, for some reason, needed to be capitalized. I at least remember that much. Oh, hey, get me pie. Hey, how you doing? Topher, I have the flu. Oh, super death. That's not cool, man. That's tragic. That's awful. Hopefully you feel better soon. Get well. Topher, I feel like I always get the flu in December. Damn it. Yeah, no. The flu is bad. Button, I guess that means you just have to stay home and play Fortnite for a couple days, you know, and have soup. I guess that's right. I mean, what else can one do when you're sick? Dee 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 dee. Button seems like the perfect element to emulate a button on a calculator. I would have to agree. Our basic div is not quite up to par. I'm wondering if I should keep the divs that I set up though and drop buttons inside them, or just set up a flock of buttons like I had for random user generator, like we did down here with button. Tough call. Yes, we could do that. If we did do that, that means we could actually reuse some of our code from random user generator, like the click event. And we can even use some of this stuff. That might save some time. I could be open to that. I would be willing to be that guy. I could make that exception. Let's do that instead. So, with the following at hand... Oh, crap. What was it? Think of it, Steven. It was it was... Was it command... comma? Crap. Damn, it was not command comma. Close. Command K? Yes. Not command K either. Command K. Wait, command period? Son of a bitch, not the key binding. There was some cool trick that I think it was Toasty taught us, and it highlighted like the same element, and then it like kept looking for them. So for Command D, yeah, maybe that's it. Command D, and D again, and D. Ha! Suck on that, planet Earth. Now wait, is this what I actually want to do? Hold on. If I go changing all the divs to buttons, do I want to be that guy? We've got class and ID compared to ID, type, and name. Ooh, tough call. I want to know if it's beneficial to keep the divs for each one if I've got all these buttons. Div class button. I don't think it's needed. I don't think I need to keep any of the divs. I know I've got all of these set up, and I've got some basic crap set up here. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. We've got a little redoctoring to do, but let's go. Let's live dangerously. In fact, I want to see if we are gonna be rehashing stuff. Let's steal one of these. Copy. Buttons. We'll have button ID, which will be 0. Type button name 0. Did I do any different characterization or class camel case or something different to distinguish between ID versus name? I did not. Okay, and that's cool. I did do capital letters for that, but these will just be numbers, so we're okay there. So this will be 0. This is the world that we're going to do. Topher, honestly, you could easily style a div to look like a button. Doesn't matter. It's just semantically correct use to use a button element for something you intend to use as a button. No, I agree. I agree. This is the way the world should be. This is the price I have to pay for not using the obvious answer in the beginning. Look at this. Marin is just judging us. Let's get rid of his judgy looks. Adam isn't much better. Is there anyone else who doesn't have a smug look on their face? Isabel's slightly more understanding. There we go. Xavier. He's supportive. Okay. Topher. 8-ball. Will I feel better tomorrow? No. Nightbot is an angry elf. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Copy. Let's do the following. 1 and 2. Should we have these as empty? We should. We don't want them all to be 0. We want them to be empty. That's better. Copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Couple other buttons. Good enough. We need more crap, we can add them in later. ID 1. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wait, no 10. We already have 0, so we need decimal and something. Decimal equals addition, subtraction, and the following. Subtraction. And oh god, we're on a clicking tangent, totally getting away from where we need to be. Division. Okay. There's all that noise. Yes, we need to add all the names, but is type button really a thing? I never used that. Seems redundant. Serious? I thought it was when you type in, you know what? It must have been when I typed in button like so. And then we do enter. See, it auto-provided type and name. So I just rolled with it with the last project. Well, not the last project, but what, two or 3 projects ago now for Random User Generator? God, 3 projects ago? Random User Generator, I think, was project number 5, right? Oh my god, I'm on project number 8. I guess time flies when you're having fun in hell. Good to know. Alright. Cool. Wow, 3 projects ago. That's alarming. Kinda awesome. It's almost like I'm making progress. This is so cool. So yeah, anyways, when this element comes to life, as it falls out of the womb and hits the parking lot and hits the pavement in the Walmart parking lot, it's got a type appendage right there with button stamped across its forehead. So I just kept it, kind of followed us home that way. I don't even have to feed it really. So yeah. Let's get rid of this guy. And let's do the following. Ah, right, we were going to enter. Yes, we'll do the names. We will do the names, but since this is quicker, 1 and 2 and oh crap, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and decimal. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. We've got plus, minus. You can do it, Steven. It was and times and divide, or ampersand times with a semicolon. Yeah. Followed by ampersand divide semicolon. See, we remember. Crap, I'm off, son of a bitch. No, no, no. Let's, hold on. Everything's tragic. I'm gonna add in a couple more in case we need them. But let's remove this. Careful. This gets division. This gets times. This is exactly what I was concerned about. We can just delete that and delete this. We need an equals sign, then addition, and then subtraction. There we go. The universe is balanced. Everything's organized. Crisis averted. We need to do the names again, sadly. 1 and 2 and 3. Like Sesame Street. 4 bats. No, the count. Come on, these are the jokes, people. You don't laugh, it's just gonna be 55 minutes of sadness. Your problem, not mine. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh god, we've lost control of our arrow keys. $99 red balloons now? Okay, well, we'll save that for another time then. Decimal? Is that what we're still calling this thing? Instead of stupid dot, equals sign. The forgotten symbol from 4 minutes ago. Equals. Sorry, that equals rhymes with sequels, and then I was starting to think about Star Wars and getting excited for that, and then we went into the song and dance just to highlight what exactly my train of thought was, but that's probably more information than anyone needed to know. Button plus addition. What are we calling it? Addition. Have a little bit of consistency. Subtraction. Followed by the last two. Multiply. Divide. And conquer. What are we doing? What are we doing? We have divide. I know we're missing buttons. We're still looking at random user generator. We are missing clear, all clear, and is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else that we're missing as far as buttons go. You know what the other thing is? I want the div class to have the same classification we set up for our buttons on the random user generator project, which was over here. Class buttons and ID buttons. Copy, copy, copy. Yeah, screw all buttons. And here, in our CSS, we will just call it, you will henceforth be known as class buttons. Ta-da, be-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. We can keep... I'm not sure if this is needed. We don't have a class of button anymore. We have button elements, but we don't have the class of button. What the hell was that even tied to before? There was class button, and then there was div class. That was for the whole div. Ooh. Do we want to call it all buttons? We could leave it as all buttons. Death. I don't know what to do. We're running into a minor styling dilemma. Let's keep forging ahead on this bit, though. So we are changing, we're swapping out our divs for our numbers to actual button elements for our buttons, which makes way more sense. Same song and dance, but this is a little bit more coherent and expected. So we were just tinkering with the styling front. You know what? We do have one more button element that we need to deal with. Let's cut this one. This is a blank. And we can shove this right up here like so. Ta-da! This new button will be... Oh, ID. What do we want to call it? Clear? Yeah. Clear. And clear. And AC/C. Fan-freaking-tastic. We're actually going to put you on the chopping block. I think we're going to save this. Not even save it, but convert it from class button to just the button element in general. I think that'll be fine. It's not really needed, but we'll do that. Lumpy Leg. So you've been programming for a little under a year. Yes. 339 days exactly. We just got to make it through the rest of December. The last day will be December 31st, not the last day of the year-long coding journey, obviously, but we will continue pushing forward on our programming adventure. It's been pretty damn awesome. How have you been, Lumpy Leg? How have the last 339 days been for you? Hopefully decent. Hopefully better than decent. Decent at a minimum. It's a good threshold to shoot for. What's the objective? Purely exploratory. So we aren't really that far in our progress. We've had a lot of repetition. Did a lot of time, 150 days at Code Academy, went through all their free stuff, then Code Wars, then Free Code Camp, and now we get to chip away at these projects. Ta-da! Which we started in October. We kind of covered this journey multiple times last night, and I think that's the most concise version. I really do. Topher, you were right. You mentioned we should set up a link or some Nightbot command for my story time of reliving the past, but that's the most concise version I can give. What were we doing? We were dealing with the styling button. Lumpy Leg, life is always good. Awesome, man, awesome. I mean, end goal, yeah, it would be kind of cool if it leads to a career, but really it was just what happens if I stream every day and learn how to code every day. So I just do a little, anywhere from 30, 45-minute stream to like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Some days are shorter, 25 minutes. Some days are longer, 2.5+ hours. But yeah, it's been full of confusion and lots of learning, but it's been extremely insightful and quite awesome most days. What were we doing with this button element? I think this one was on the chopping block. And now all of these divs are in fact on the chopping block. Death to the divs. Wow, look at how much more concise that is. Oh, yeah. Look at that. What a great suggestion. Now, thank you for that, Topher. We were doing something else. We made a change up here. Made the change here. We may have to tinker more with our CSS. But all in all, I think we should be mostly okay. Let's see what happened. Refresh. Aha! Look at that! They even got the little curved button edges. That's right. Deal with it, America. Ah! Yeah. Some of that in my life. Look at this. It's organized and beautiful and clicky. Our favorite type of button. Okay. So now we've got a bit more fine-tuning to do before we dive into the JavaScript portion of this journey. We've been using the buttons from a random user generator project as our guide. XHR, fetch, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We have our click event that we had set up before. Down yonder, we have the handle click to look at the button and see what exactly it contains. And then a following function gets triggered. Either XHR or fetch and blah 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 and all of that. So let's get our buttons just, again, we don't have to do any final styling, but I think at least getting the buttons properly oriented. 7's up here in the upper left corner, and 0 is shifted over to the right because we already made that little change yesterday. So let's continue just dealing with the initial layout, and then from there we can start to pursue the JavaScript stuff. Now, things to do. We have one button, so we've got 7. Should we go across, left to right, and down? Or just down in columns and work our way over? I wonder if other developers have a preference on how they'd like to see the button layout. You know what? I don't think it's so much laying out the buttons in order here, based off of where they fall in this. I think it's laying them out here in order, like 6, and then 8, so it's logical. That would make more sense. That's the way to do it. Okay. We can leave 8, which means we need all kinds of space, and we will do the following. So, 1. You know what we're going to do? We are going to do number. Yeah, let's just have that. Grid column with stuff ready to go. Save, save, save. No, not save, not yet. Copy, copy, copy. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7. We will need 8. Get a little bit of breathing room. 8. 9 decimal equals add, subtract, multiply, divide, and all clear. Which we can actually set all clear above 0, considering we are going to have our all clear button above somewhere. It should above the screen. So here in the example code, all clear, situated below the screen. We're just going to bump it up so all of our buttons below are the same width and height. Just a bit easier for styling and to manage. At least in my opinion, that's that. So cool. Did we shuffle it up top? I don't think we did. And it can just stay as an extra down there in the meantime if we didn't delete it. So now we are left with clear 1, 2. Oh, not tab. 3, death, 3, 4, inch 5, 55, 6, 8. Yes, we all know how to count. Good. Decimal equals something or other addition. Fraction. Crap. Multiplication and division. Okay. Is that actually everything? We have clear. Shit, there's no 0. There's a lack of 0 in our life. Let's take this guy. Cut. Bad Steven, forgetting things. Typical. Clear. 0. Clear 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Decimal equals. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Bitchin'. Alright, everyone's alive, everyone's good. 7 is in its spot. Oh god, why am I doing Command Z? I meant to do Command Save. Bad. It redo. Oh, it's Command Y to redo. You know, I knew what Command Z was to undo. I didn't realize Command Y was to redo. Never in a million years. Huh. Happy accident. Glad I noticed that. Took me long enough. So, what now? Who's on first? Right. We're putting everything in their spot. So, even though clear is down here with the rest of the buttons, don't forget, let's highlight it. Clear is actually in a separate div. And it's got different rows and columns. So we've got 3 columns with 2 rows in this. I'm totally drawing a blank on what we called this div, but in the calculator face div, it's got the header and the screen versus the lower div down here that has, I think we just called this our buttons div. So we will be referencing kind of repeat grid row numbers for the all clear button, but they aren't going to match up. Well, some of the numbers will. You know what I mean? There's redundancies. Fear not. That is my point. Fear not. So grid column, we want it to sit right above the screen. It's actually in a perfectly fine spot as is. Theoretically, we don't have to specify it, but I think for consistency, and I don't know if it's a stability thing, I'd hope it would would improve stability. That way there's no uncertainty with where it should be. I don't know if there'd ever be a situation if there's a browser and it doesn't know where to place it, if it didn't have any of this info. Hopefully by providing that, it will always know where its place is. But yeah, and also just if anyone else were to look at my code, they would reasonably expect stuff to be there. Something, something, something. What should happen? Clear is column through rack. Column 3, row 1. Column 3, row 1. Command save. Hopefully nothing should have changed substantially. Boom, still there. Fan-friggin-tastic. That's exactly what we want to see. Let's select it. Ta-da, grid column 3, 1. Good times. And just make sure everything's functioning correctly, we can move it to 2, where it'll trade places with the header, or the title. Ta-da, B-D-D-D-D-D. We'll put it back. But just to make sure everything's live, well, and functioning as it should be. So the screen element, let's deal with this. This total would have the following. I think it's grid column. Do I type span? Is it grid span, grid column? Can't remember. I really should. Grid, you know what? It'll tell us when we type it out. Grid column span. Yeah, I'm forgetting. I forget the format of it, but essentially it would be from 1 to 4. The first number is inclusive, it'll start on column 1, but when you go to the second number, it's exclusive, so it'll cut at 4, which means 1 to 3, which is what we need. In addition to that, we will also need to do, we had mentioned it briefly yesterday, get rid of the empty divs. We've got stuff here that's just kind of functioning as a placeholder right now. So we should get rid of those in addition to spreading this out. Let's check first before we pull the trigger on anything. CSS grid garden. We're looking for span. Nothing too intense, but span 2. There's a slightly cooler format, span 5. It's because they're used, here it is, it's just grid column and it's just the numbers. We don't need span, it's just the numbers. 1 to 4, good to know. 1 to 4. And let's kill off. Did we kill off the divs already? 1 and 2? Or no, we're killing off divs 2 and 3. Div empty 2, div empty 3. We can keep div empty 1. Although it's not really needed. See, before we had our CSS, we put those in kind of like packaging foam, because it auto sorts everything. When you use grid, it just falls into place. So now that we're going to have some extra room or free slots in our div, things are going to shift around. So that's kind of that bit, a tidbit for why and what the hell's happening regarding all of that. Which means we will also need to add in an h1. We can free it. See, this is why we have h1 specified for our title. Because here, when we go to delete the empty divs, everything's going to go flying about. But now that we're locking it into place, it's not going to move. Planning ahead. Planning ahead. So with that said, we can clear out our empty divs, div empty 1, 2, and 3. What we're hoping for is total will stretch out from column 1 to 3. The title will stay in the same spot, and the all clear button, fingers crossed, should remain. Otherwise, there should be about 45 minutes of crying that will follow, and then from there, we'll go back to trying to fix it. Let's pull the trigger. Okay, so good times. What are we doing? Let's save. I'm pretty sure I forgot. Oh, I never deleted the divs. I never deleted the empty divs. You can die. One div down. Div empty 2 can die. And their friend, empty 1, can also join those other two in hell. Good, good, good. We never need to see them ever again. Save, save, save. Now let's refresh our calculator. Ta-da! Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. We've got our title in place, our button, and the screen. Ta-da! Spans the whole calculator. Pretty damn cool. Look at that, and the village didn't catch on fire. It only took us 339 days to get to this point. Anywho. Hey, Callow Creation. How you doing? Wait, is hosting you. Wow, for up to 20 people? Epic. Although I was ranting for God knows how long now. It's probably down to 3, but good times. Donka, thank you for the host, Callow. Always appreciated. Welcome to anyone joining in from his channel. What are we doing? So, quick recap. It's day 339 of our year-long exploratory journey of coding. We did 150 days at Code Academy, threw in some Code Wars, free code camp. Now we're chipping away at these projects. We started these projects in October. We just started project number 8 after finishing the other 7. Rightfully so. Yeah, we started the simple calculator project just a couple days ago. 2 days ago, I think. So we're just laying some groundwork before we start chipping away at all of the JavaScript needed to make it function. Calc creation. DDX, hey. How's the learning? Pretty damn good. The last, as I was mentioning, these projects have been extremely helpful as far as the learning curve and my general understanding. Like, I think if we were to have just started with the projects from the beginning, maybe did a couple 2 weeks of Code Academy, maybe a month, and then just started chipping away at these, yeah, we would be much, much further along. But needless to say, it's been a good journey. So, our layout works. We need to do the following for buttons, though. We didn't finish setting up the buttons. Button Nightmare. Button Fiasco 2017. We've got 7, 4, 1, and 0. 7, 4, 1, and 0. How do I actually want to go about setting this up? 0 will be column 1, row 4. Column 1, row 4. I want to do 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so we need to work our way up then from the bottom. 1, 1, 1, 2. Wait. No, that's wrong. 1, 2, and 3. That's what it is. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if I like doing it that way. I think we're gonna shimmy elsewhere. Calibration, cool. BDX ain't good to see you gaining confidence. Happy coding. Have to run. Later chat. Always good having you, Callow. Thank you for the host. Farewell. Infisk. By human. Yes, exactly. Agreed. And also, thank you. Thank you for the views and support. Always, always appreciated. What were we looking at? Ah, right. The button placement via grid for the calculator, but for hours. I want to do column 1 first, so we need to work our way down. So that means 7 is 1, 1. Then we get to go to 4, which is 1, 2. We're going to jump around. I know it's a little odd, but 1, 2. This is how my mind operates. Then 1, which will be 1, 3. Followed by 0, which is 1, 4. Cool. 8 will be 2, 1. 5, 2, 2. That's a 3. Funny looking 2. 2, 2, followed by 2, which is 2, 3. It's like a weird game of one-person battleship. Where you have to guess the boat's layout. No. It's been ages since I've played Battleship, but that's what this is. You've sunk my 6. No? For a number instead of... Come on, that's... Gotta keep up. What's happening now? Ah, crap, the decimal. The decimal. How quickly we get sidetracked. 2, 4. Okay, and the last, well, second to last row. Now we have 3s. 9 is 3, 1. 6 is 3, 2. This is definitely the right way to go about doing this. 3 is 3, 3. That is fascinating. Does no one else care about that? The third button is, it's a 3, and it's in the third column in the third row. There's 3 3s. No? Come on. That's, let's celebrate. 1, 2, and 3. Yes? See? Like the universe lined up right there. Be happy. Numbers can be fun. I mean, that's the epitome of as fun as numbers get, but still. So, good chat. Alright, well, that was probably revealing on how low my threshold for happiness is. The equal sign. Do we know where we placed our equal sign? Down here. 3, 4. 3, 4. Addition will be... Now, remember, this is just gauging... I will call it standard layout, I suppose. Is it the standard layout of a calculator? It's what we're going to refer to as standard layout, where we're emulating. This is our reference calculator for this particular project. So the all clear button on ours is above the screen. Do remember that. So we will have a slightly different order for ours, for the column reference. So addition is at the bottom, so we'll work our way up. 4, 1. 4 and 1. 4 and 2. 4 and 3. And 4 and 4. Cool. Save. Did we set up clear? Third column, row 1. Yeah, we're good. Everything's set there. Calculator's there. Total. Let's also do... You know what? We'll save it, test, and then we'll center calculator. And then we'll also do the... right alignment. We'll shift the contents of this to the right side of the screen. But in the meantime, here we go. Everything's saved. Refresh. Fingers crossed. Ta-da! The button layout conversion worked. 7410-852-963 equals divide, multiply, subtract, and add. Ta-da! Beep-de-dee-dee-dee-dee. I did it, and I'm an idiot, so that's impressive. What are we looking for from here, though? We are looking to do the following. Hey there, little kitty. How are you doing this evening? Oh, look at you. Covered in fur. Who's got your tail? I've got your tail. Yeah, you're a good cat. It's been a while. You've been sleeping through the last couple streams, which has been rather kind of you. Fortunately, your visit comes at a good point for our journey tonight. Usually we're deep in frustration. Yeah, scratch your face on the mic. Who's got your tummy? I do. Yeah, furry tummy. We've got to make more progress. You are a little cat, and you're also hitting the spacebar. Okay, I think your visit is good. You can go shimmy back to the bed now. I believe in you, little cat. Go do your thing. No. I was not calling you back here. We're gonna do a bit of a team effort. Oh, are you assuming the napping position? Yeah, you're assuming the napping position. You good? Yeah, you're good. Just watch your tail. Your tail's still moving. Can I assist you? Okay, there we go. Claws. Furry demon. Goddamn quadruped. Her little dagger-tipped fingers. She's cute, but she's a killer. Okay. Good cat break. So, continuing on. What are we doing from here? Now that we've got the buttons laid, again, I don't want to do any major polishing, and we should set up. Do we deal with setting up basic JavaScript tonight? It's already been, you know what I realized? The last couple nights, I've totally lost track of time, and the streams have been way longer than they needed to be. It's already been essentially an hour, like 57, 58 minutes. We may just do the minor few touches and just save the awakening the JavaScript Kraken for tomorrow. That might be the better course of action. End on a high note. Save the tragedy and despair for a clean slate. We may even be able to do a daytime stream tomorrow. No guarantee, but we can try for it. We can shoot for it. Fingers crossed. It won't be midnight. However, before we get to tomorrow, we still have to finish today. And with that said, let's go ahead and shift things around. We have this flex something. Justify content. Justify content center. Save. Refresh. That did not work. We have to set it into a div. We need to give it a title div. Heading? Let's call it heading. Let's do that. We'll give it a div. We'll call it heading. Heading div. Heading. That's not a word. Well, actually, technically it may be, but I've never had to use it. I kind of doubt it's a word, but who knows. Heading without the A. Cut. And we're pasting. Let's try this one more time. Save. Technically, oh no, we do need to change this. Grid column row to class period heading. Ta-da, save, 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 and boom. You know what it was? I know what it was. It was display flex. We're missing display flex, which means we probably didn't need to give it a div. I think it's better that we did, but pro tip, make sure you establish flex if you're going to use display flex. Kind of part of the process. Save, save, save. Refresh. Also, let's test it out with the H1. Save, save, save. Refresh again. Does not work. I'm glad we did the div. Now, why doesn't that work? H1 doesn't work because... I don't know. I mean, I understand that it's just an element, but it is inside of a div. Yeah, it's because this needs to be inside the div. I'm just tinkering because it's day 100. God, why do I think it's day 100? I said that earlier at the beginning of the stream, and even now, an hour into it, it's probably delirium. Probably delirium. Save, save, save. Refresh. See, that works. That's better. I think having the div is better. If we were doing not a calculator, like a regular web page or something else like this, where there would be multiple headings and phrases on there, the fact that we've only got one word and it's the title itself, I think we're actually going to go with just the H1. Otherwise, I would keep the div. Save, save, save. Calculator. H1. Save, save, save. What did we need to do from here? Ah, same song and dance, but for the results window, we need it to shimmy, well, I guess from your guys' perspective, shimmy all the way to the right, which we would want justify content end, which means we will also need, we have total, similar song and dance. Not quite the same, but very close. And instead, we will do Alex N. Beautiful. Save, 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 and refresh. Ta-da! We also want a line item. I always forget if it's a line... line... items or content. I think it's a line items. Enter. Save, 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 and refresh. Beautiful. Fan-freaking-tastic. We can deal with styling the buttons tomorrow. We can also reference our random user generator project tomorrow. I think following what we did for JavaScript regarding a random user project. In the couple buttons we have down here. And look at that, we've got a single row with 4 buttons, as we do have 4 buttons wide on this project. So yeah, we've got our different buttons and their respective IDs. And depending on what that button value was, I forget which part of it we sent, but we ran down here to generate user, and we did use a switch case. which means we get to set up a mega switch case for each of the numbers and the math operators. So that should be good. This will be a good project to reference what we could do in case we need a guide or get lost on how that all works. We've got our button elements, how to handle the click event, and then a switch case. Some good basics, and then other functions. So those can be our 4 different operators, and we can add in equals, of course, for the other stuff that's needed. So, with that said, go ahead and land this bird, shall we? Day 339. We survived. Close out of this, close out of that. Refresh again, just because we can. GitHub. Closing out of generate user. Give you, and you. Let's go ahead and get our GitHub desktop open. OBS. Boom. That is visible in OBS. What did we do today? Further. Really, we updated our CSS again. Updated. Well, we updated both. Inverted divs to buttons and updated CSS. I can live with that. Copy, copy, copy. That's our gift. Our gifts to the historians. 100, 200, 300 years from now. Who knows? Let's push. Commit and push. Commit and push. Resolving deltas after we commit and push. Close that. Axe that from OBS. We can check our repositories. Updated 13 seconds ago. Good sign. Beautiful. Hot damn. Let's go ahead and back out of this noise. Back into OBS once more. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream and or assist. We had Topher, Get Me Pie, Lumpy Leg, as well as Callow Creation with his awesome host that he provided us. Thank you for that. And then Enfisk as well. And also thank you to anyone else who may have accidentally stumbled in here. Any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. Day 339 comes to an end. However, the adventure continues tomorrow with day 340 of the year of streaming and learning to code. 25 more days. Kinda cool. Till day 365. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. Alright, let's go ahead and stop the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.